What's up, Stud Nation? Welcome to the No Scrubs Allowed, just off the post LAFC show for October 14th, 2020. The game just after the Vancouver Grizzlies. Look at this guy. The Vancouver Whitecaps just quote unquote upset Los Angeles FC 2-1. My glasses cannot get clean, but that's okay. So this was the game we kind of expected Sunday against Seattle, and we got away with a win Sunday against Seattle. This game, we played our youngsters. We played Christian Torres. We ended up letting Duenas come in a little later, the 15-year-old. This was the game that I expected Sunday, and it just happened Wednesday. And that's okay. You know, we lost 2-1. It's tough. Just to shout out at the very beginning, we had the second time, but the first woman center ref in Tori Pinso. She refed for her first time like 3 weeks ago as the first woman ref. So that was really cool. And she ultimately did an okay job. There was a bit of things she did wrong, but nothing that any ref doesn't do wrong. But we definitely heard both sides kind of going at her, and she wiped those arguments clean right away, which was kind of fun to see. But as far as the game is concerned, it my mic thing doesn't seem to be. Oh, it is picking up. Maybe my mic's not close enough. It's hard to hold on, guys. If you're watching right now, let me go onto my YouTube on my phone and see if you guys can hear me, because I have had that happen before where I haven't been heard. So give me just a second. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Ah,
Can you hear me?
you can.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Ah,
Can you hear me?
you can.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
All right. Hold on. I gotta figure out how to stop this thing. All right. Well, anyways, sorry for that little pause. I just had to make sure that I can be heard, because I'm not about to record for 27 minutes or whatever I did that one episode without being heard. So I thought I could be heard, and I can, as far as my phone is concerned. It's telling me I can. So anyways, we had that ref, and it was great. She did a good job. I'm not going to try to say anything about her. Props to her. She shut down everybody that was trying to argue with her. It was pretty cool. But anyway, to the game was a little tough. I have been calling this entire time, literally since Tristan Blackman went down. I've been calling for Mohamed El Munir to get the start. He got the start, and he kind of showed us why he was in Bob Bradley's doghouse from the start. You know, he messed up a lot. He let in the Cavallini goal. I say the Cavallini goal. He had two, but he wasn't marking, and that is just something that our defenses have not been doing from the start. They don't mark. They don't. I don't know what it is. They do not communicate. They do not mark the person. So I didn't get to see the first goal because my stream was having technical difficulties, because yes, it was on ESPN Plus. Yes, I pay for ESPN Plus. Yes, all of those are facts, true facts. But when you're actually having to watch in LA, it's a little bit more difficult than that. And my stream was having technical difficulties. I don't know if everyone's was or what. So I missed the first Cavallini goal. But the second one, they were driving down the right side, and they made a great cross, but El Munir overran the cross there and did not get back to cover Cavallini, the only man there, and he had a free shot. So that was pretty tough. But all in all, our team played pretty well. We held possession. We did what we were supposed to do. Our defense, like I said, miscommunicated a couple of times. But other than that, it was not all that bad, especially considering the fact that we have an injured / gone lineup that could truly challenge almost any team. So you don't expect much. You don't get much. It's fine. It just happens. But we stuck with Vancouver, which is all we could expect out here today with this team. I'm not going to sit here. This is actually probably going to be a short recap because there wasn't much to recap. Like I said, we stuck with Vancouver, but we still have just kind of a scrub team out there. And that's just what happens. We're now tied with FC Dallas, but we have one more game played than them, and that's important. But what's most important is that our young guys got a chance to play. They played pretty well. Nothing too majorly good, majorly wrong. Torres had a chance to shoot with his left foot there, and it didn't happen for him, but it wasn't going to happen for anybody. That just was a tough shot. But he tried to make it happen, and that's huge. But I don't really have much to say. Cavallini took advantage of a couple of free goals. Atuesta hit a PK after just an abysmal PK to start with, but got bailed out by the keeper coming off his line. But it's just, this was almost the most generic game, and we just needed help from other people, and we got help from Portland losing, which was huge. So we're still only 6 points behind them. Seattle didn't play because of Colorado, so we're only 6 points behind them. But we're still there. We're still able to push. I think KC lost as well, or they drew somewhere around there. So we're right there still, and we're just hoping that everything is fine for our guys to come back. I'm going to try to look at the schedule real quick, but I know that when we play, I think it's the 25th. No, because that's a week away. We have to play again before then, right? We're expected to have our guys back because they finished. Uruguay played Ecuador, and so they finished their little international stint. So they should be back, and that's going to help us. I think these two games really helped us moving forward. I'm trying to find the schedule. Oh, these guys. They don't make it easy. They do not make it easy. So we play Portland on Sunday, and then it's the Galaxy next Sunday. So our international guys might not be back for Portland this Sunday, but if our international guys aren't back, then their international guys should not be back either. They just lost to Real Salt Lake. We have a chance against them, and we get to stay in Portland. Yeah, we just played Vancouver away, but we played Vancouver away at Portland. So we should get to play Portland or without leaving Portland. So that's big. And I'm trying to fill at least a minute and a half here to get to 10 minutes. But there's not much to say. Nothing crazy happened. Nothing non-crazy. Like I said, El Munir got a chance to start, and we saw why Bob Bradley didn't want him starting. But all in all, this is an easy recap. Nothing happened. Vancouver outplayed us. We had possession, but we couldn't do anything with it. And they ended up doing what they needed to do with theirs. So nothing to speak about, really. I'll be back on Sunday to talk about Portland. Hopefully, this is a big game. Hopefully, it gets us a chance to get within 3 points of Portland. Again, them losing, I could talk more about their game than I could talk about our game because them losing was huge. But ultimately, LA fans, my day was focused on the Dodgers, and we got ourselves a win. So, LA, Wow, that was terrible. LA. That looks like LA, right? That one. It's hard to tell looking in the screen, but whichever one is LA, I'll figure it out. This should be LA if the camera's picking up the right thing. But anyways, the Dodgers got a win, huge win. But this isn't a Dodger podcast. We'll talk about that more on the actual No Scrubs Allowed podcast. But for LAFC, it was a tough loss. You never want to lose to Vancouver, but you had your young guys out again. This is what I expected. I'm fine with this. It happens. Hopefully on Sunday, Portland, we can get a win, get some points, and I'll be back. So come check me out Sunday night after the Portland game. And as always, be a stud, not a scrub.